Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fandom Fridays. I'm Andrew, and I'm once again here with Ed. Say hello.
Hello.
And today we are be talking about the great and powerful Trixie. Because you gotta do that little trill thing when you say her voice, or say her name, but I can't do it, so I do that gargly thing. Yes, we're gonna be talking about the great and powerful Trixie, one of my favorite ponies, because I love Trixie. For no,
Trixie OP.
Trixie's OP for no rational reason. I can't explain it. I don't know why I like Trixie so much. I just think she's cool.
Hmm.
So we're going to be talking about Trixie and where she came from, who she is, and possibly where she's going, and all that fun stuff. So let's start off with her first appearance in possibly one of the worst MLP episodes ever,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Which gives you the great moral of if you have a talent and flaunt it, you suck. Um,
Effectively. That is the stupidest moral ever.
it's possibly the worst episode in the whole show. Uh,
Over a Barrel sucked too.
Over
But
a Barrel was pretty bad, but this one sucks on a like moral level to the point
yeah.
that they try way too hard to make Trixie a bad guy because Trixie is a show pony. Her whole livelihood is traveling Equestria, putting on these shows, and providing entertainment. And then she doesn't need to call ponies out on like their abilities and say they're better than her, but that's stage persona. I mean
It's what she does
that's
to
what she
make.
does. Her shtick is that she is the great and powerful Trixie. She cannot be bested. She can do whatever you can do twice as good. And that's her stage persona.
Even if she doesn't believe it, she knows it's an illusion. And yeah, it does kind of carry over into the backstage. But when it comes down to it, she knows her limits.
Yeah, because when the
Ursa Minor.
Ursa Minor, thank you. When the Ursa Minor shows up, she's just like, I can't kill this thing. I can't stop this thing.
I never have.
I couldn't. I can't stop this thing. I've never been able to stop this thing. And it's so transparent to the point where, yes, the higher functioning brains in the crowd all knew. The main six were like, oh, she's so full of shit. But that should have been the end of it.
Exactly.
Like what that episode, what Trixie's thing should have been is different kinds of magic, showing that like having a skill and flaunting it is one thing, and having a skill and using it to help people is another thing.
What would have been good would have been Trixie using that to to show that just because your talent says you can do one thing does not mean you can't do other things.
Exactly. Which brings me around to the point of that Trixie, in that she is a show pony and that she travels around and does this, probably has a skill set unique to that style of lifestyle. Because her whole thing is challenging ponies to the skills they're good at and besting them. So, in theory, she should have a skill set that exceeds in multiple application.
Exactly.
However, her magic could just be illusion. Like it gives the appearance, because of her magic is illusion, that she has done it better.
Exactly.
When in and of itself would be good.
Fun, entertaining,
Exactly.
not to be taken the wrong way.
Right. In the whole thing is, oh god, there's a word for it. In there's a entertainment phrase. I forget the name of it, but it's basically heckle harvesting, where the whole point of the show is to bring people who will pay to see you to heckle you. To like the whole point is to play off the audience. Comedians do this a lot.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Sort of like live, yeah, sort of like theater breaking the fourth wall, except it's inside itself.
Yeah.
So the whole point is to perform all these big flashy tricks and then be like, "Hey, someone best me," and then with her illusion trick them into thinking that she's won. collecting her money and leaving before everyone realizes that it was all an illusion.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is
They didn't do that.
they didn't do that, and they made Trixie out to be this really capable, appearing, and theoretically very intelligent.
Theoretically, she is very intelligent.
Well, no, because she is, but then
She doesn't know how to use it.
yeah, she's
That's how it is.
she's really intelligent, but she's a fucking idiot.
Seriously.
You know, um, because
That's why we love her.
I
She's
know
not a Mary Sue.
she's not a Mary Sue. She's
No.
she's broken, and the problem is her problem is not that she's not powerful. On the contrary, she is probably of if she ever really went like well, she did go straight evil with the Alicorn amulet, but
Right.
if she went 100% straight evil, she would be a real threat.
She would.
She
Because she can trick people into believing she has power and then using this fake power to create real power.
exactly. So she's dangerous,
She's very dangerous.
but she's too stupid to be dangerous.
Exactly. If she were more practical and able to put her knowledge to use, she would probably be one of the most dangerous enemies Twilight has ever faced.
Exactly, because
She's just so good at sleight of hand.
exactly, you can get away with a lot of stuff with sleight of hand. And that kind of brings me around to her origin. Where on in Equestria did this magician, for lack of a better term, come from?
Hmm.
Was she a gypsy?
So that I was thinking, which means she probably wouldn't be from Equestria, which is stable, stable cities, things like that. Perhaps someplace similar to Saddle Arabia, or
But then why is she a unicorn? Because as far as we know, Equestria is the only country that has the three main races.
that's another. That's for another discussion.
It's for another discussion, but it's valid in this point because she's a unicorn, so she has to be from Equestria.
Or she's an immigrant. She immigrated from like
Oh,
her parents immigrated from Equestria to say Saddle Arabia, picked up their culture, and then was born there. And she was born there, and then she immigrated back.
that would explain why she refers to them as tricks, because her magic to them would appear to be tricks
Exactly.
for entertainment,
Hmm.
which would actually make a lot of sense. And coming off of Origins, that runs around to her arc, her hero's journey, so to speak. From Ghostbusters, she was successfully run out of town in basically defeat. And then she comes back after purchasing the Alicorn amulet from the shopkeeper from that one movie. I think it was Gremlins. I
It's
don't.
either Gremlins or
Was it either
The
Gremlins or
Drunken Master.
yeah? It was one of those movies. Which I thought that scene was actually really, really well done.
It was.
But she comes back with the Alicorn amulet to get her revenge on Twilight. Well, she gets the Alicorn amulet, and I'm more interested in how this nomadic, clearly, because her helm was that trailer that got eviscerated in the episode. Clearly nomadic, town to town, just gypsy-esque pony was able to put down that kind of bit for this Alicorn amulet.
Street corners?
That see, I got a Trixie T-shirt that says they're illusions. Tricks are what fools do for money. Now, I really doubt that Equestria has this kind of issue, because they seem to be open with that kind of stuff. But it's interesting. There's a line in the episode with the Alicorn amulet. The name eludes me in this exact moment, where she mentions that she worked on a rock farm.
Oh, right.
Which rock farm is up to question, but I like to believe that she went and worked on Pinkie Pie's family's rock farm, and most of the art I've come across of Trixie on the rock farm would collaborate this. However, that's not canon. All we know is that she did work on a rock farm.
Yeah. And that's how she got her money.
That's how she got the money to buy the alicorn amulet. Which also brings me to another point that she probably got that much money so quickly from manual labor, which I know from experience does not pay very well. She probably used her illusionary magic to make it look like she actually did more work than she did. I know I would
I
have.
would like to take a moment to repropose my street corner idea.
Yes, because we all know the equestrian street corners are just frothing with dime bags and $12 blowjobs. This isn't a trot, okay?
How? She might have gone to Detroit.
we, yeah, right. She might have gone to the trot,
It's probably where she got the damn amulet in the first place.
probably.
Such shady places. Okay, so
We've
um,
digressed. Which would bring us into where we think she's going next. I hope they might actually bring her in as a character. Like,
an
so,
actual
yes.
stand-in, actually there character.
Like,
What I would like to see is that both times she's been in the show, Twilight has effectively helped her, either by saving her life or saving her mind. And at which point you can see at the end of the Alicorn Amulet episode, you can see Trixie thinking about stanking Twilight, and then she does her smoke thing, and you see her running away.
hmm
So I would not be surprised if Trixie came back seeking to help Twilight or get help from Twilight to learn about her talent more.
Another theory I have is that Trixie is going to be that dog. That dog is a meme that's popped up in video games lately, where early on in a video game you save a dog or an animal or a person from a trap or a scenario, and they come back and help you in a later boss fight.
Right.
Uh, I think Trixie may be that dog,
That
where
would make sense.
at a pivotal point where Twilight is at a juncture where she needs help and there is no one else there to help her, Trixie's going to show up
Because Trixie.
because Trixie. I would like to see that purely from a narrative standpoint, because then Trixie would be like, I saved you this time. We're even. I'm out.
Pretty much.
And that's our thoughts on Trixie. I really hope to see more of her. I do like her.
Definitely.
She was in Equestria Girls, which implies all kinds of things.
Peanut butter crackers.
Exactly. Peanut butter crackers from Sweetie Bot vending machine.
Yep. Anyway,
Anyways, that's our thoughts on Trixie. Please like, favorite, subscribe, send a comment, do a reply. Give us your theories, what you want to see from Trixie. She's such a compelling character. I love her. All right. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you later. Bye bye.
bye bye.